Zionism, like any other racist, supremacist ideology, should be rejected completely.
Imagine meeting an Israeli American whose grandfather was one of the founders of Israel, but just so happens to support the Palestinian cause and is an anti-Zionist. Today we'll be learning more about this incredible author as he joins us in a discussion right here in Amman after over 100 days of the aggression on Gaza.
I wasn't born and raised in Israel. I was born and raised in Palestine, in a bubble that is called Israel, that was created on Palestine, on Palestinian land at the expense of Palestinians.
Your father was a general in the army, fought in the 1948 Arab-Israeli War.
There needs to be a demand right now to end the apartheid state, to end the genocide, to put in place guarantees for the safety and security of Palestinians.
I think at this time, especially with everything happening in Palestine and Gaza specifically, it's very important to have this dialogue.
Well, some people say that I've crossed the line, that I've gone too far. It's a comment that I get from more liberal Israelis that think that they are very progressive, and they look at me and they say, we agree with you, but 95%, and you wonder, what is that 5%? So that's probably the most common response that I get. But it's a mixed response. It's always been, until I would say October 7th. October 7th, everything changed, and it's not mixed anymore. I've crossed the line, and that's it. And now there's no room for conversation anymore at all. I hate to say I told you so, but I've been saying this. So this was predictable, and it was preventable. And so I think there's a lesson for all of us there. How are we going to prevent the next one? Because we know the next catastrophe is coming. I think it's predictable as well.
And again, I don't think I'm saying anything that people here don't already appreciate, but Judaism is a religion. It has nothing to do with nationality. The Zionists invented the idea that Jews are some kind of a nation that has a country and a language and so on, which is an idea that's completely foreign to Jews, especially at the time. And the resistance by Jews, the early 20th century to Zionism was very strong. And so there was this hijacking of what Judaism is by the Zionists. And at the same time, there was a rejection by Zionists of Judaism. So as a good Israeli, as a good Zionist, you learn to hate the Arabs and you learn to hate the Jews, the Orthodox Jews, the ones who've always resisted and rejected Zionism, the ones who reject the army and won't serve in the army, even the ones in Palestine, the ones who burn the Israeli flag, on the Israeli Independence Day. We learn to hate them, of course. The state of Israel was established, and there was a consensus by Zionists of establishing the state of Israel. And it was established after what? The reason at least half the people in this room are not in Palestine now, including you, is because of what happened in 1948. A massive campaign of ethnic cleansing, a brutal campaign of genocide. And how can you be moderate if you accept that? How can you accept Zionism and somehow say that you're progressive or liberal? It doesn't make sense.